Hey, what's up guys? It's Toxic here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the big changes Roblox has done to the group page. Now, I'm going to be comparing it to an image of the old group page, so that's essentially what we're going to be doing this video, because usually I like to look at the dev forum post, but this time the dev forum post doesn't have too much information that isn't just observable by looking at it. The only information that you could really take away from that is the fact that it's available on both mobile and PC versions, meaning that there is no current old version. Like, you cannot see that on the official Roblox website anymore. But let's take a look and compare the two. Now, first things first, if you look at the sidebar, you can see create and then the list of groups here. And when you click on the groups, it would always put the one you're looking at on the top, no matter whatever sorting. I believe the sorting was alphabetical, but whatever group you looked at and you were clicked on, that's the one that would, you know, obviously pop up. But now, the one you click on, for example, if I click on this one, you see it just has a blue bar next to it, and it doesn't go to the top anymore. And also, create group was moved from here in a green button, a huge green button, might I add. They just moved it over here into a small white button that I barely even noticed myself at first. I actually noticed this like maybe 20 minutes after just staring at this page trying to notice everything. But let's see what else they changed. First of all, the description that used to be here, they completely moved it. You know, actually the group shout is above the description now. And also, you could just get rid of the description entirely by going to either the store or affiliates, but we'll get to that. But as you see, they kind of changed everything here. Like, they modernized it pretty well. Honestly, I don't have too many complaints with the group page. But you can see the shout has been created like, you know, a white box like everything else is here, actually. And you can see the description was just moved to its own page. Now your group, like rank, as well as the member count, is actually much bigger than the old one. As you can see, just a small number here, and your rank was just in bold, and again, small text. Now, it's one of the centerpieces of the page, honestly, because you just see in bold, whatever your rank is. For me, it's ISO irrelevant, but you get the point. And the member count is also in bold in bigger text, which makes me believe that these are supposed to be the center points of the group, not so much anything else anymore. Or at least that's the vibe that I kind of gathered from it. Now you can see the shout here look kind of like a wall post. In fact, I think it's actually pretty much the exact same as a wall post, except just up here, which kind of takes away from the whole standing out part, because you know, post on a yellow background, and just like it looked more noticeable when it was just a little shout up here. But I feel like it kind of matches the design a lot more like this, so I don't have a complaint about that. One thing I noticed though, they didn't change the name, or not the name, but the thing that's in the box before you start typing, like you see enter your shout. Interestingly enough, it's not enter your shout period, it's just enter your shout, and then down here is say something ... So, and I always notice this, like a little inconsistency between this and this, like grammatically. So, Roblox, if you want to fix that, that'd be cool, but it's obviously, you know, not a big complaint or anything. I'm not nitpicking, trust me. I'm just pointing it out because it's been on my mind for a very long while. Moving on to the members count, which this kind of covers over here. You could see it's a row of 5, actually 2 rows of 5, and then, you know, a little weird button, like a very, very small blue button to go to the next page, and a drop-down box that's pretty, you know, standard. Now, they've actually changed that to members, and then you can see it's a list of actually what I believe adds up to 9 people, unless I'm completely horrible at math. I believe this is 9, so 1 less person per page. And, you know, the page button is actually made much bigger than before. Like, it was a very, very small blue box. I'm telling you guys, I had times where it was very hard for me to click that button. But now it's much bigger, obviously, and it's a lot easier to kind of click through, which I think is nice. And you can see the drop-down box has been made more fancy as well. Same thing with this, where it has a little blue line next to the one you're highlighting. Same thing's going on here. And generally, I think they did a pretty nice job with this. Now, moving on, there's not much else I can cover, aside from the store, which actually had a pretty major change, and this is one that I'm actually excited for. With the group store now, it shows everything from that group right here. Now you don't have to load up the catalog, and depending on whether or not the catalog likes you, sometimes it doesn't even open up. It would just say no items found, even though there's literally items by that group. But this time it actually functions, and it's pretty cool how now it just has the entire group catalog here, meaning you don't have to go to the actual catalog page. I like it, honestly. This is a pretty good change. You could just find all the stuff by the group right here. You don't have to leave the group page. And I think that's something Roblox has done that is pretty nice, where you don't have to leave the group page anymore to really do any of this stuff. You could just stay on the group page itself. The one last thing I'm going to point out here, though, is the affiliates. A tab nobody really cared about at first because it was mostly for clans. So, you know, now that groups like Fear and Rat don't really have as much attention, nobody really notices who's affiliated with who. But as you see, it's also been just made more noticeable, or not noticeable, but more updated, rather. And something I did want to point out, just because we're here, I'm going to change the group, though. Right here, as you can see, group admin, they have not updated this page at all. They said this is something that they want to get to eventually, but currently, the group admin page is in the same old layout, so I just figured I could point that out in this video before I get a million comments saying that it didn't change and I'm dumb for not noticing that or something. So, yeah, there's that. Everything else has been updated, and I think that's pretty cool. I personally kind of like this update, but I want to hear from you guys. Do you guys like this new update for the groups, or do you guys think it just looks weird or bad? Honestly, the one thing I have to say is it looks like I zoomed in, like, you know, Control Plus or, you know, the Google Zoom and whatever. It just doesn't feel like a normal size, honestly. It feels a little bit too zoomed in. That's the only thing I really felt when I saw this that was negative. Other than that, I kind of liked it. So, I'm curious to hear what you guys think about this. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.